K-Rock Mid-Atlantic Rock Reviews. We are back here at Deep End Studios in Maryland, and we're here with, I'm going to call them a new band. They're not new musicians by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a new grouping of a band, and this is a band called Chemical Red. And I'm here with Eric and Jared and Joe. And what are we doing here in the studio today? Can you tell us a little bit about the process of what's going on today?
Absolutely. We're recording, mixing in different places. So we actually we record all of our tracks at Fairgreen Studios. We're then bringing everything here for Tony Corelli to mix and master. So we're in today doing 2 new tracks.
And what are the tracks you're working on today? Because I know the first single is going to be Hollywood Scars, is that correct?
Yep, the first single and title track, that'll be the album as well as Hollywood Scars, which we have a rough mix posted up now. That's actually the first one we brought to Tony and haven't put his mix out yet. But today we have Barely Breathing, which is the newest song that we posted the rough mix of online. He's mixing that, and Flickering Judas is the name of the other one. That's a little more ballady.
Yeah, heavy ballad.
Yeah, power ballad.
Yeah. Now you guys have a rough mix out on, is it on your Facebook page, or where can folks hear what's been done so far to get a little taste of what Chemical Red is?
Facebook page is probably the easiest. Facebook.com/chemicalredmusic. Same thing with Reverb Nation.
Now, tell us about, so we know a CD's coming out. Do we have a release date of when we could anticipate, loosely, roughly, or we're not sure yet on that one?
As of right now, I don't think we have really a release date. I mean, we were originally going to do maybe a 6-song like EP or something like that, but since we got all these new songs coming out and everything like that, we'd like to get a little bit more flavor to it. So I think we're going to shoot for about 10 songs and just work from there, and hopefully maybe within the next, I think maybe 3-4 months, maybe. Yeah.
Realistically, we'll probably look at CD release sometime January, February.
Now, in the meantime, I'm hoping we got an exclusive here on this one. It sounds like you guys have some shows coming up that folks can maybe see a little bit before that CD. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the shows that are planned?
Yeah, we can.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
If you can't, I'll make something up.
No, absolutely. You guys, you'll be, you're the first to know. We actually just confirmed it with Parabel. We're doing an acoustic show in North Carolina, November 24th, and then they were coming up here and doing an acoustic show with us in Baltimore, December 1st.
And that show in Baltimore, does it have a venue yet? Do we know where that show is?
Not yet.
So stay tuned and look on their Facebook page, and we'll keep track of them too. So we got a show in North Carolina and then one coming up here in Baltimore. So give us a flavor of like what Chemical Red is musically for folks that haven't heard you yet. Are we hard rock? Or are we what are we called?
You can take that one.
Just maybe I think alternative rock. I mean that's all I could.
We're hard on alternative rock for sure.
Yeah, we're it's actually, I think it's definitely a step in a different direction, because it's, everybody's gonna, I think, relate us with, we've got 2 former members from Cold Harbor who I think if you're in the Baltimore scene, everybody knows. And it's it's actually it's a little step off from that direction. We're probably a little mellower than Cold Harbor was.
Definitely.
Now you talked a little about, so give us a little history of like who is the band, who came, because there is sort of this mixture of some former Cold Harbor, some other folks from different bands. So where's everybody coming from, and how did this little project come together?
I mean, I just came back from retirement. I was done for 7 years. I didn't play it. Mark and I actually used to play down in Carolina and stuff with the band Influx, and we actually came up here and did a little bit up here, but it kind of just died off because I guess we weren't ready back then. We were a little bit younger and stuff. So I just basically did try to do the family thing for about 7 years, and Mark gave me a call and he was like, "Hey, why don't you just come play?" And I'm like, "All right, well, just got him back on the horse and just start riding." So that's it.
It's been an odd trip. No, we originally it started. Probably, I guess Mark and I really were the first 2 in as Chemical Red. Cold Harbor had just split, and I was in Roll It Over. I've always respected Mark musically a lot, and I feel like he and I share a lot of similar influences, a lot of similar styles, and just sort of had the opportunity originally. I think we were going to try and pick up where Cold Harbor left off. And as we got together, just started playing, we played more and more together, and songs just they started flowing, and it came out. And we came to practice one night, and Mark said basically, how would you feel about, let's drop the Cold Harbor name, it did its thing, it's, I respect that, let's do our own thing, which is kind of what I wanted the whole time. It worked out well. And then Eric,
Good. Well, I was in Cold Harbor. And,
we were at a party one night, weren't we?
Yeah.
We were at a party one night.
Yeah. And,
Eric made a drunk commitment. Now he's got to honor.
Actually, I was gonna go and retire for a little while myself after Cold Harbor, and because we did that, grinded that for like 2.5 years, did some real cool things, and I love playing with Mark. I've known Mark since actually the band Influx that he was talking about. I remember seeing them years ago at Record, and he'd hit me up. He was, interested in just, checking out what they were doing with Chemical Red, and I was like, I was going to do the studio thing. I was going to become, I was going to become Dr. Luke, and I was going to produce all the stars, which I still am doing. But then it was like, and I was like, nah, the band thing, I'm going to take a hiatus. But one night, what was those? A couple shots, and hanging out.
Couple shots, you heard a couple
I
demos.
heard a couple demos, and
Yeah,
I was like,
sold.
Signed, somebody I signed, and been having a blast ever since.
Yeah. Well, it's cool.
I've known this guy almost even longer.
Yeah. No, it's cool for me to actually finally play with Eric, and what a lot of people don't know, when I moved to Baltimore, I joined a band that Eric had recently left. This was pre-Cold Harbor. So I went in and learned everything Eric was playing for another band. And then I joined Roll It Over, sort of formed as an offshoot of that. And Eric was doing the Cold Harbor thing, so when he split from Cold Harbor, Mark hit me up, so I went in and learned all of Eric's stuff from Cold Harbor. And now we just brought Eric back, and we're in the same band, so I don't know if, I feel like I should just let him write my stuff and then learn it.
No, please.
For those who can't see it, off camera we're developing a family tree over here, and it's very complicated. There are branches going in every which direction. Now, the song I've been drawn to the most so far was the song "Never Gonna Change." I heard that you guys were playing that on, and I got online and listened to that. Now, unless one of you has changed your voices somehow, there's a female singer on that song as well too. Is there somebody else?
me.
That's what we brought him in to hit those notes. He wasn't supposed to touch a guitar.
Originally, Mark didn't even want to do the song. Jared talked him into it. We had this, because it was a little bit different when we initially started writing and everything like that. It was actually really I don't know if you want to call it just pop bubblegum. I don't know. It was then we made it into our own. It was just Mark had these ideas and stuff, and it was and Mark was like, I don't know if we're going to do this, and Jared made him do it. We just laid it down.
Yeah, it just
turned out the way you heard it. I mean,
Well, it doesn't sound bubblegum now. I love it. It's a great tune. I really can hear that one going all over the radio. I mean,
yeah, that was one that that was, I guess, the second or third song we wrote together. And like he said, it started really as just Mark brought in an idea, and it was at that time, it wasn't cookie cutter. I mean, he's always he's a lot of syncopated rhythms, a lot of offbeat things that breaks it up. There he is now, peeking through.
A mofo right there. Mark Ritchie, folks. Mark Ritchie,
But busy work in the middle of mixing right now, so
yeah,
busy working while we do interviews.
Yeah, but a singer that's willing to sit in the back. That's what I've been looking for. No, but just he and I sort of went back and forth because it's a spot, in my opinion, where he sort of took his voice to, and it's happening more in our music now, but I heard Cold Harbor play acoustically a couple of times, and it made Mark's voice really stand out to me. I've always thought he could sing, but when you're at the live hard rock show, he was always gritty or always grungy or something. And when I heard him back it down acoustic is when his voice really stood out to me. And when he brought that song in, that was the first one where he just really came in completely clean, let his voice shine through. And that was why I pushed so hard to do it. And slowly that's becoming more prevalent in our music, which I think is a big factor of what will help us stand out and also make us different from Cold Harbor.
Now, are you going to have any videos for any of the songs coming out? Any videos coming up?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We are, next
October
weekend.
6th.
We're shooting a video for Hollywood Scars. We've got undisclosed location in Baltimore. That it's only undisclosed because I don't know where it is.
Yeah,
Exactly. we sort of Barry Sanders, not the running back.
So you guys are connected.
Yeah.
Connected everywhere.
No, Barry Sanders is going to shoot and
Yeah,
produce
he
the
worked
video.
on the Light Inside Your Flaws Cold Harbor video.
Well, I'm going to alert the National Weather Service because the last time Eric did a video that I can recall, we had an earthquake. And I'm
And a
hoping
hurricane?
that- and a hurricane. So let's hope that doesn't happen.
We're indoors right now, so
Yeah.
it's really good. With the can't get away from the earthquake, but you know.
Yeah, we'll have. We're shooting it'll be for Hollywood Scars, the first single.
So we're looking forward to the video for Hollywood Scars. We're looking forward to the album release, and we're thinking maybe January. We're hoping for the Chemical Red album, named Hollywood Scars, correct? So
Yes.
the album is titled of the video you will soon see. Anything else you want to let folks know before we leave you alone to do the work you're here to do and finish mixing your CD?
Missing Javi.
Yeah. We brought in when we started this. It was we were sort of, I guess, delegating bass lines. We didn't have a bassist. Really didn't know where we were going to go with that. But we've brought Javier Landa in. Got a new member.
Dude's he's new to the scene, new to the area, and wait till you get low to him.
Yeah, he.
New to the English language as well.
Yeah, he's new. He's new to English. He's new to the scene. He's new to.
He's from Peru, right?
Yeah, we went down to Peru and recruited him.
Yeah, it works. Look, if Journey can go all the way over to
Philippines,
you guys can go to Peru.
That dude
together.
sounds just like him too.
Yeah.
Teeny mini version of him.
But he's phenomenal.
Yeah,
Really
dynamic,
talented dude.
really dynamic on stage.
Well, we are really looking forward to not only hearing Chemical Red's album when it comes out, we're especially looking forward to seeing some live shows at first chance we get. So we want to thank Chemical Red for spending some time while they're trying to mix a CD here at Deep End Studios, Maryland. And we want to thank you guys for spending time with us. And
Thank you.
Hey,
Thanks for coming down and
really
hanging out.
excited about the CD too. I was fortunate enough to get a little sneak preview hearing some of this today, and I like what I'm hearing. And I'll be the first one buying it wherever it's released. So looking forward to hearing it.
Oh yeah.
K-Rock is the man. That's all I got to say to this whole thing. Salute.
Mark Ritchie, guys.
There you go.
This is K-Rock from Mid-Atlantic Rock Reviews, Chemical Red, Deep End Studios.